The topics we discuss are many.
No story too bold to talk about.
Strictly our own opinions.
But they are opinions from people like you.
Welcome to the NAKE'd podcast.
Only like 33% sus. Hey, it's Kielyn.
At least my CD drive and Blu-ray drive still works. It's your DM Tech guy, Alan.
Who's had a long day and is in need of a beer? This guy. It's
Hey.
Guess who's ready for Friday? Because it's Age of Calamity. It's your girl, NJ.
You excited?
Oh my god, I am so excited. I am so ready. I'm ready to stream it. I'm ready to kick ass. I am super stoked to play Hyrule Warriors.
All our shit comes in tomorrow. Already got an AV to HDMI converter too.
Oh, so that's why we can play good old GameCube.
Yeah.
And 64.
I got it. It works. I tested it all set up. It works right into my Elgato. So
Nice.
I can plug any system in now. Moo ha 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 ha.
Nice. That's super cool. What else is super cool is SpaceX. Did you guys hear that they did a second launch yesterday?
Yeah, Crew 1. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Crew 1. They sent up 4 astronauts, 3 from the US and then 1 from Japan. And they should be docking tonight in a couple hours at the International Space Station. And this is a strictly commercial flight. I don't know. Have you guys gotten a chance to see their astronaut like uniforms?
Well, I saw like the test flight when they actually flew NASA up, to the station. But this was, like you said, their first actual attempt at like a commercial airliner for the space station. It's kind of cool.
It is really
I think so too.
So my biggest thing was, how long do you think before Elon visits the space station?
Oh, I was like kind of expecting him to be on that flight. I was
Mhm.
surprised that he wasn't.
I don't think he'll actually step foot in space until he gets more people kind of going to other places. Maybe instead of stepping foot on ISS, he'll step foot on the moon.
I don't know. I would
Mars.
be in like space as soon as the first opportunity I had.
Mm.
Like, oh, the first commercial flight was a success. All right, book me.
Here's my $10,000. Let's go.
If that's all
I'm
it
on
took,
it.
I would pay it.
I was gonna say, what do you guys think price range is going to be? Because I remember when initial numbers were being bounced around, it was like around $1 million for a flight.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen any numbers come back yet.
I remember seeing somewhere that, I don't know if Musk had stated it or not, or a representative of SpaceX, but they had said that they want to get to a point where it costs $10,000 per flight, per person.
Wow.
That'd be amazing.
At
That's like
least.
American
That's not bad.
ingenuity right there.
Mm-hmm.
Let's make it cheap.
And if they did like a payment plan, then that's like $300 a month for only 4 years. Sounds like not that
Like
bad.
a cruise payment plan, but to
Yeah.
space.
Yeah, but if you think about it, some people pay that for a cruise. Like I know, I've known people that have paid that much per person to go on a cruise.
Jesus, 10,000 each or 300 each?
See, 10,000.
Oh shit!
So like, it's not that hard. Like, if you book a month-long cruise where you cruise the world, it's easily that. So people already pay that for vacation. I could see them paying to go to space. It's
Mhm.
just, what are you gonna do when you get in space?
Float around. I don't know. Attempt to piss on a rock if
I
it's
was gonna say,
there.
okay, so the other 3 days or whatever you spend.
Cry for my mom. Mommy!
I didn't ask for this.
I don't know. It would be a really cool experience to go to space, but I know. What are you going to do there? It's not like there's like a amusement park on the moon
Yeah.
Yet.
I built my own
I.
amusement park with
If you-
hookers.
What about
If you
blackjack?
This way, we'll be colonizing Mars.
I
Yeah,
want to
that's the
go.
only thing. I don't see it being like a tourist opportunity, really.
Mm-hmm.
Like everybody would go once, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
A senior field trip.
Yeah, it'd
Pretty
be more
cool.
like business. Yeah.
Before we send you out into the world, we're gonna send you off the world.
You might die, but that's something that we're willing to risk
Right.
in the name of science.
Yeah.
Finally pull down our population numbers.
I thought
Well,
COVID
it's
was
really
doing that for us.
I know after the last mission that they flew up to the space station, like did some research, and they were saying that since the International Space Station went online, the human race has officially been like not all on one planet at one time.
Mm-hmm.
Remember we talked about that? That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So now it's gonna blow up even more. Like it's official now.
I'm just really sad that they didn't like put out some more promotions about it, because I didn't even hear that they were launching until they either were launching or right after.
Yeah, I didn't get a notification until after. We totally missed it by like 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw
But
the
it was
video the next
successful.
day.
It was successful in the first try, which is crazy because I think the first launch they delayed it like 3 days because of
Yeah,
weather.
Mhm.
yeah, they have like very specific conditions, and if it gets a little bit out of their window, they just wait till the next window.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense.
I don't know what space is gonna bring, but I hope our exploration gets us there. I read an article the other day that the nearest planet to us that has Earth-like conditions is 20 light years away, which doing the math is like trillions upon trillions of miles away. So if we have this fast track or focus on space, we have Space Force in the military branch that's happening soon. We have commercial opportunities happening now in space. I can only imagine it will be a matter of time before we can travel
So,
to these other worlds. I'm really excited.
so not to be like pessimistic, but do y'all think Space Force is gonna stay a thing, or is the new administration gonna push it out because it was from the old administration?
I think it's a good idea. I mean, with the way that things are going now, I think we would have a need for it.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. I was just curious to see if anyone thought that it was gonna be like, just phased out. Budget cuts.
I don't know if it'll be phased out, but yeah, it'll probably just be one of those things that just fades out. Like they just forget it's there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh yeah, we have that. Let's just not do anything with it.
Or is like a helicarrier just gonna come out of the river of New York one day and we're like, oh, there's Space Force.
Whenever the aliens attack, then we have like a bunch of like TIE fighters in the in the
Pew, pew,
atmosphere.
pew.
That's when we know that SpaceX is working. CJ says difference between first SpaceX launch a few months ago and this one as portrayed in the media. Thoughts? Interesting question. I'll defer to you guys first.
I have thoughts on this because I've seen we kind of made it a big deal with our child that the first SpaceX launch was pivotal because it was the first time that we were launching American astronauts from American soil. I think that comparing both of them, they're both great accomplishments, but the bigger one was the first one only because it proved the technology works and is safe. This one is just further proving the fact that SpaceX has successfully privatized space travel before Boeing or any of their other competitors out of nothing. I mean, think about this. Like 10 years ago, we weren't even considering privatizing space travel. And now it's a possibility.
And do you see when you have like Blue Origin or
Mhm.
Boeing, they're like, oh, we're gonna beat SpaceX to Mars. It's like,
How?
are y'all really? Because I mean, SpaceX is actually showing results. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not sure when the Roadster is supposed to land on Mars, but I think it's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the car he launched. I forgot about that.
His
Yeah,
personal Tesla.
yeah, because it
Wait,
takes
wait.
like 18 months or so to get to Mars.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear about this truck. What about this
Yeah.
truck?
Yeah.
So so when they doing a test launch and like to get calculations, they said, okay, we need this much weight. Well, Elon actually said, well, it's actually cheaper to just use this Tesla Roadster than it is to buy the materials it is to meet those weight requirements that they
Mhm.
needed. So they just put
Was
his Tesla in there, put a mannequin in a spacesuit, and launched it at Mars.
What
that
a Elon thing to do.
didn't that happen like almost 2 years ago to the date?
That's what I'm saying. It would be like next year, early next year is when we should be hearing something about it making to around Mars at least.
Mm-hmm.
Guys in chat, will you want to go to space? Or would you be safer on Earth?
Second
I don't know, what do you
question.
guys think?
I have a follow-up
Space,
question
space,
to that.
space.
Would you trust Boeing with their history of 767s and 757s failing to send you to Mars?
No, I definitely
Those is
trust Elon more than them.
yeah, so like in from what I've seen, Boeing's in third or fourth place. So I'm pretty sure Lockheed Martin's probably ahead of them on their space travel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, really right now it's between SpaceX or Blue Origin, which Blue Origin's owned by the same people that own Twitch. So
Oh, I didn't know that.
yeah, Jeff Bezos.
Oh, wait, Twitch.
That's
Oh,
his.
yeah.
First stream from space? Naked Pod? Yeah,
Hell
guys?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Episode 300.
CJ has a pretty good point. Some older folks that he's talked to aren't as interested because the sentiment is different than, like after the Cold War,
Mhm.
which makes a lot of sense. But it feels so damn good to be number one again. Like,
Yeah.
yes, America. Like, makes me like overtly patriotic.
Right?
I'm excited.
I
I'm
need
excited for space, and I think that other shows will have to hold us over to space, such as The Mandalorian.
I know. And like so last week's episode they actually did some traveling through space and it was actually a interesting take cuz I don't think anyone's actually done much investigation in like low speed travel in the Star Wars universe. It's always hyperspeed this, hyperspeed that.
Mhm.
So it was like a little goofy I guess to watch it that them just putting around the galaxy, you know?
He's in a hoopty.
Yeah, right. You get a little jalopy just do. It's funny to me.
Well, I mean, okay, so let me get my thoughts out here first. I kind of like the fact that we went through that episode with no hyperspeed or light speed, or I for some reason it's my mind is failing me on what it's called, but I kind of liked having the fact I like the
Warp
fact that
drive.
they confirmed, thank you. I like the fact that they confirmed that regular space travel is dangerous and difficult. I was all over that. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, and I agree. That's what I'm saying. And when they brought in the New Republic, like that
Mhm.
was nice because I was curious about the New Republic as soon as they kind of mentioned it that they were
Mhm.
gonna do it, and then in episode 7 you see them for 30 seconds when they're all blowing up. So it's
Mhm.
like, well, I guess we're not gonna learn about the New Republic or Leia's work after anything.
Yeah.
How do
So
you like the season so far, Keelan?
the big thing about that episode with the frog lady was, she's carrying her eggs, and a lot of people were very upset with Baby Yoda. They canceled
Yes,
him on
CJ.
Twitter.
How are
Yes,
you gonna
they
cancel Baby
canceled
Yoda?
him. And it's like, I get it, because on one hand, it's the last of her line, and then you have baby Yoda over here eating them. But at the same time, we just watched him eat a full frog, so frog eggs must be like a delicacy for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, also they did say it was the end of her line, not her species.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of people were canceling him because they're like, he's committing genocide and killing her whole species. Like, what? I mean, in all fairness, it's just a family. He's just murdering a family, not an entire civilization.
It's familicide, okay? Not genocide. Oh, my Lanta.
Can I add to that thought?
Yeah.
So, he was eating them in the previous episode. Well, at the end of the next episode, he's like in love with it. And he doesn't want to leave them. He grew
Or he's
attached to the
saying,
little child.
wow, you're going to be so good when you grow older.
Shut up!
I'm tenderizing it now.
So not only did you have backlash, but then on the other side, you had people like claiming that was showing more signs of the dark side, that the child has shown countless times where he's exhibited the dark use of the dark side, and that maybe eating babies was another sign that he might embrace some of the dark side. But on the other hand, maybe it's going to show that he'll walk more the path that Mace Windu did,
Mm-hmm.
where he studied the dark side, but only so that he knew like how to defeat it, and more or less.
But didn't Yoda also have knowledge in the dark side of the Force? I mean, remember when
Yoda's a random space wizard. You're not supposed to know anything.
Oh.
I don't know. No, honestly, that's like what they always say when you try to get background story on Yoda
Mhm.
or lore about Yoda. It's always, well, he's just a random space wizard.
Yeah, I mean, I talked about this with another streamer, but I had mentioned that George Lucas intentionally did not fill in any backstory or any lore for Yoda's species other than this is Yoda. He's green, he's short, he's all knowing with the Force.
This is Yaddle. They might have a baby.
But I remember
that's the other thing.
Mhm.
So hold on before we go too crazy.
You're right. You're right.
Do you think Baby Yoda's a clone, or do you think he's a natural being?
I think he's a natural being.
What's the argument side that he's a clone?
So the people that so when you see episode 1 or 2 in season 1,
Mm-hmm.
the guy that's like in love, well, you have the client, right? He
Mhm.
wants Baby Yoda. He's obsessed with him. And then he has his like med tech. Well, that med tech is wearing the emblems of the Camino cloners.
Did I miss
Then you
that?
have in episode 9 where Palpatine was part of the cloning process. So you had the Empire was doing cloning at this time, right? So they had cloning experiments.
Mm-hmm.
So it could lead you down the rabbit hole that he is a clone of Yoda. But at the same time, in the timeline, he's going to be born around the same time as Anakin himself. So there is the possibility that Yoda and Yaddle had a little hanky-panky and you got the child.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the timeline lines up for kind of all of that.
True.
I think personally, I'd want him to be a natural made, because then I feel like we get to get a lot more of that backstory and more information about that species. And if it does end up turning about to be a clone, I'll just be like a little disappointed.
All that build up.
Yeah.
I feel like the clone is like their easiest pathway that they're going to take.
I hope they
Yeah.
don't take that. It just makes more sense that he's a natural born species of Yoda and Yaddle. And CJ, you have a point. Get that baby Yoda a black sack and a tiny red saber. He's too far gone.
Well, I mean, you have like Sifo Dyas, who walked the line. He was kind of considered a gray Jedi, and so why can't you have being the Mandalorian, and he have dark and light, Force abilities? He's an anti-hero. He's the Deadpool of Jedi.
I have another thought. What if Sifo Dyas and Yoda, Master Yoda, were in on the whole clone thing, and Yoda said, test this out with my DNA, and it was successful. And when the Galactic Senate fell and became the Galactic Empire, then at that point the Sith obtained clone baby Yoda.
Well, I mean, it's in lore that Sifo Dyas didn't tell any other Jedi that what he was doing
Mm-hmm.
because of his Force visions. Like the Jedi frown upon Force visions,
Mm-hmm.
as they did with Anakin. So that
That's
one would
true.
be hard to get pieced together. But I see where you're going.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Well,
the
on
child
the-
is really cute. He's adorable.
Kids
Yeah.
frog egg.
Yeah, green.
I
So-
like that we got more storyline this time because I feel like at the beginning of the this newer episode, I was just like, man, like we get like 2 seconds of real storyline and then we get hit with another side quest, and then it ended up being like actual like progression to find. But what did you guys
Well-
think about those fake Mandos?
So that was the next thing I was gonna say. Is I
Ooh.
was gonna ask y'all's opinion on the other drama. Since you bring up Twitter drama, the female Mandalorians, right?
Mhm.
So everyone was causing drama because their armor was made for a woman. So they were on Twitter. They were like, "Why do the Mandalorians' boobs need armor? Or armor need boobs built into them?"
You gotta protect the
Because
boobs,
for
right?
protection-
Because it's not a flat area. Like you're gonna
Yeah,
have to
well,
like
that was-
cup
It doesn't work
them.
like that.
Because boobs. Yeah,
If you're
everybody.
gonna do that, then you have to put padding underneath in the stomach area to keep it flat. Otherwise,
Yeah, no.
Or people
I mean,
complaining that didn't have boobs, like because I want to know.
No, it was feminist women were coming after it, saying that's trying to make them a sexual symbol by them seeing boob. Yeah, it was a
I
far
can't
fetched like throw it against the wall and see if it sticks kind of thing. But
It's so
the
fucking
funny thing
stupid.
is, women were the ones destroying the argument.
I feel like it was the
Yeah.
itty bitty titty committee bitching, but that's
Right.
way too insensitive for
Why-
me to say. So I'm sorry.
Why can't they be badass? Why can't they be badass and sexy?
Right,
Like,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
like
right.
yeah, why can't they? Like, what's wrong with that?
But it's funny that you say that Bo-Katan is a fake Mandalorian, which last time when the story left off with her, she was the Mandalorian.
The leader, or
Yeah.
the
She was the
heir,
leader,
the whole
yeah.
thing. Well, what's really interesting is I was really apprehensive because I'm not like a super Star Wars like fan like you guys like that knows the lore. I've only watched it within the last couple of years, and I don't really know that backstory. I've never seen Clone Wars. And Alan was kind of filling me in on everything.
Mhm.
But like whenever she was telling Mondo like, oh, like you're part of a religious zealot group, you can, even though he's wearing his helmet, you can kind of like sense a fuck, did I grow up in a cult?
You saw his head go. Fuck.
Well, and it's funny. So we thought of a condensed down version of how to explain like the Satine or Princess Satine
Mhm.
and her little sister, which is her name just I just said it like 5 minutes ago, and I can Bo-Katan. Sorry.
Okay, yeah. I
So
was about to
her
Google it.
Bo-Katan's older sister was Obi-Wan's Padme, except the only difference
Mhm.
is Obi-Wan and Satine went separate ways. Like they went duty over personal feelings,
Mhm.
where Anakin fell for personal feelings and went with Padme, right? And so Satine was queen of Mandalore, and then in turn, Darth Maul murders her in front of Obi-Wan to torture him. And then Bo-Katan rescues Obi-Wan and they go off and blah blah blah, and then Darth Maul takes over Mandalore. So last time you see her, which then in Rebels, she's hanging out with Ahsoka, which brings Ahsoka in the storyline.
I still get tingles just thinking about it. I'm so glad they finally decided to really like meld everything that has been into production and worked on for the past couple of years into Disney's shitty little cinematic universe take. I'm still pissed that they completely killed off the entire
Thanks,
extended
Extreme.
universe.
I'm going to say
Thanks,
something
Extreme.
that's going to make you guys really mad.
Do it. Go for it.
Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
No judgment here.
So it was actually it was TikTok that I saw, but why did Padme go for whiny Anakin when she had Daddy One Kenobi right there?
You didn't even have to finish and you were gonna say. She liked them
saying.
whiny boys, that's why.
Because Obi-Wan already had his one and only, just like Frost.
Mhm.
Well, and especially after watching him, like meeting him as a little boy. I get it. She's like what, 10 years older than him?
Mhm.
She's 5 years older.
Mm.
As
He's
It's so
10 and
creepy.
she's 15 at the time. I think
Yeah.
Obi-Wan's supposed to be in like, I think I want to say he's like 2019.
What?
Extreme says it's because Anakin always ends up on top.
Hey, the high ground joke. I like it.
He finally learned something.
It specifically says in the Art of War, Anakin, do not fuck with the high ground.
So are you guys excited for this Friday? This new episode that's coming out?
Hell yeah, I am.
Yeah,
What do you
I'm
think's gonna
curious to see
happen?
where it's going to go.
Mhm.
If there's more genocide or not.
So,
Familiocide, okay?
so if-
it's funny. The best argument I heard was, hey, just remember it's fictional characters in a fictional universe eating other fictional characters. Your life will go on.
Remind me, where did they leave off? I know he split from the other Mandos. That's all I remember.
he
Yeah,
picked
so
up.
he's most likely heading back to Tatooine.
Mhm. He needs to get his clunker fixed again.
But yeah, no, he's
Get
on
a
the
new
search for
one.
Ahsoka. Yeah, he's trying to go out for Ahsoka.
Okay, that's right. That's right.
I'm
Yeah,
really,
Bo-Katan led him to her.
yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do to portray Ahsoka. I really hope that they're true to the character. They're true to every ideal that she's about. And I mean, so far, Jon Favreau has not given me any reason to doubt him.
So
I mean,
Rosario Dawson, she's the one playing Ahsoka. And I never had
Love
an
her.
issue with her as an actor. Like everything she does is always on point.
Mm-hmm.
So I
agree.
trust her with the role.
I need to look up who this is. Yep, I'm on board with this. I can already see it. I'm excited.
I can't wait for this weekend's episode. We actually just finished The Boys. I know you guys been waiting for us to finish that one.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We
What'd
know.
you think?
Fuck Stormfront. Fuck that
Fuck
bitch. I'm
that
glad she's a
bitch.
grizzly piece of shit.
Like
Goddamn
how
Nazi.
legit was his son though? Like, because you saw like Homelander when he was like giving it to her, and he tried his hardest to burn through her chest, and she
Mhm.
absorbed it. But his son blew her ass away and apart.
Fuck yeah. She deserved that. I can't believe that she was over 100 years old and still a Nazi racist piece of shit. And also, good job, Amazon. I mean, hands off to you. That was best portrayal of an evil villain.
Can we just talk about the scene where Starlight losing weight? That's funny. Can we just talk? We're gonna just talk about the Starlight. What's her name? The mute. What's her name? I forget.
Oh,
The
Amiko?
mute? Oh
Yeah.
yeah, Miko. Yeah,
Miko?
she's the animal. Yeah.
And what's her name? Maeve, all beating the shit out of Stormfront. That was like
Girls
my
get it done.
yeah, exactly. And he says, "Wow, girls really do get it done." And then just wailing on her. It was best. It
She
was so
fucking
best.
deserved it.
So straight
How
up,
did Maeve know where to go? How did she know to be there?
I don't. I mean, she been like stalking Homelander, kind of.
Mm-hmm. It's
But
either
also, she helped them. I guess she would keep track of like the people. I don't know. It's weird.
I have
didn't
two
think about that.
theories. I have two theories. One, she was tracking Homelander, which she was already doing, kind of. Two, Starlight could have told her. I had to think of her name. I was confusing Stormfront and something else. Anyway, Starlight could have told her, and she could have just showed up and beat the fuck out of her.
She like yelled at her and told her to get the fuck out of her apartment, and they just kind of like sat and sad girl walked out. Like
Ooh, thank you
But
for that
it was-
follow.
Thank you so much. How satisfying was it to see Homelander have to sit there and, be a puppet and not be all powerful?
He hated it.
So
It was
my mind
so
just went blank.
satisfying.
But the actor who is the puppeteer right now,
Mhm.
'cause I was bringing up because he's in the Mandalorian too. James
Mhm.
Home dude.
Capito. Yeah, I can't say it, but yeah, he's like plucking those strings, and you just see everyone dance. I've been liking it.
I need to find out his name because he's also he's the narrator in Dear White People, and he's pretty much a puppet master
Ah.
in that series too.
Oh, he
Oh,
also
okay.
comes out. I know who you're talking about now. He also comes out in Breaking Bad.
He's
Oh,
also
yeah.
in Once Upon a Time.
Mm-hmm.
He's in everything.
He is. I forgot about
Sydney.
that.
I love his acting. He's also in Far Cry 5 or 6, the new one, the new Far Cry.
Giancarlo Esposito.
Yes,
Yeah, there you go.
that dude.
What did y'all think of how Maeve's girlfriend reacted whenever she saw the video?
I felt so bad for her. Her
Me too.
world was shattered. You could see it.
Maeve's or the girlfriends?
Girlfriends.
Yeah.
Maeve was
I
just
mean,
trying to keep it
like,
together.
you had to expect some of it because she's been telling you like how bad this guy is, and he makes me do things or he'll kill everybody, and it's like, oh, that's all. You kind of like didn't save somebody.
Yeah,
You didn't
'cause
really cause the issue.
Mhm.
Because the girlfriend this entire time is like, well, why don't you just leave? Why don't you just do this? And Maeve has been like trying to stress her point without straight out telling her. And in this way, she gets, an uninhibited explanation. But it looks so badly on Maeve too. Do you think if you had a supernatural partner, you would react like that, or would you stick by them?
I would have been upset that I didn't know.
Mhm.
The severity.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
because that's my life you're playing with now.
Well,
Yeah.
it was others' lives, that
Well,
were.
yeah,
I mean,
no, the video was, but she's bringing like if Kielyn had superpowers and she was in that kind of situation and bringing me into the situation without telling me, that's what it would upset me.
First of all, the girlfriend kept pressing to go
Oh, yeah,
public
no.
or go out, and Maeve tried to keep her hidden from all of that. She
Yeah.
tried.
Mhm. She really did.
think like she wasn't. She was just kind of like, trust me on this, and I think that maybe her girlfriend probably should have trusted her. But thinking about it, it's like, well, why can't we be happy? Like, why can't we do this? Why can't we do that? So I understand where she was coming from, but
Yeah.
at the same token, like sometimes you just have to trust. If you have that trust in your partner, then maybe. And she didn't have that in Maeve. They had split up because of, her being a superhero. And there are casualties when, there are superheroes in the mix, but that was intentional. And that
Mhm.
like that was a conscious choice. I couldn't bounce back from that. There's no way.
So were y'all surprised to see Maeve in bed with some boys?
No, she stressed her point that she was bisexual, and what's her face was like, "No, you're lesbian." And then lo and behold, she's in bed with a dude, 2 dudes. I forgot how many.
Am I?
I
Am I?
I love
You see
the
this right here?
You're gonna tell me you know who I am more than I know who I am?
You're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Grow up. I think I really love that she got put. I forget the handler. I don't remember her name, but she was. Can you just be a fucking person for once? Like, just be a person. I'm glad that she got put in her place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She needed it.
Hell yeah.
I was kind of like, I like the destabilization of the whole 7. I don't know. It made it a lot more interesting, the story.
Yeah. What
I
about
would-
the whole cult thing? The church,
Scientology.
the collective. What is it?
The
collective?
Scientology, yeah.
I really liked A Train's comeback though, like the shady thing that he did got him promoted. But I feel so bad for the D. I feel so bad for him. He tried so hard.
Like, he actually tried. So you hated him for what he did, but then he actually tried, so you felt bad.
Mm-hmm.
He became a victim.
Yeah.
Did.
But it's just like a church to start running things from the background, all sneaky, like. I'm gonna keep that to myself.
Well, yeah. So how interested were you when you found out that not only did the collective know who Stormfront was, but she was part of the collective?
Just kind of like, yep, these guys are not
Yeah.
good guys.
Mm-hmm. There is no
Did
good
you
guy
at-
in this world.
Did you at all expect the behind the scenes head blower upper to be who it was?
I did not. I was shocked. I thought it was
I was
Stormfront.
very shocked. I thought it was Stormfront too.
And then when they talk about going back and looking at it, and like in the Congress when people are doing it, like she is staring at every single person whose head blows up.
Sneaky. I'm interested to see how it'll play out in season 3. They've been renewed, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah. Oh,
Jensen
yeah.
Ackles is going to be in the new season, and I'm very excited about that because I love Supernatural.
So
Do you
he's
think
no
his
longer in
head's
a
gonna
jail
blow
cell
up?
in Austin?
What? He's in a jail cell?
Oh,
What?
he got arrested in Austin for punching somebody out in his own bar.
Good for
That
him.
happened.
I mean, it sounds like the dude in the bar was in the wrong, so what's the problem here?
And
We
how
have no
much-
idea what happened or what the
Right.
situation was.
How much did y'all love the ending scene of Homelander?
Shit.
Jerking it to the wind.
So did you see where he got that from?
No.
So I missed it too, but it was like I saw it in a meme. So whenever they're at the school or whatever, or whenever they're talking to the kids at the beginning of the episode, the kid goes, "If I was a superhero, if I could fly, I would fly to the top of the building and jerk it off and just jerk on everybody." And then that you see him at the end. I was like, "Oh, okay."
That makes sense. What's up, Scary Eyes? I see you in chat.
Funny.
So funny.
I didn't realize he got it from the
Well-
kid.
Speaking of fucked up shit,
Jerking it off on
jerking it off a building.
Mhm.
That's kind of how Xbox launch was.
a jerk off.
That's.
I'm
Both
sorry. That was
systems
an
kinda-
awful segue, chat. I'm really sorry.
Both of the systems kind of fell flat.
Mm-hmm.
So let's talk about a really beat up scenario between the two. So I've been watching a few videos over the past week since the Series X and the PS5 launched, the PS5 is outperforming the Series X on like specs, loading time, graphics, kind of a lot of things that are important to a gamer, Ethan and I included, and Norma, you guys included too, because you guys are gamers as well. I'm sorry, that was rude. Please accept my apology. But
No, sorry, that was that,
Puzzle Scarlet just become affiliate, so what's up?
Oh.
yeah, shit on me because I'm not affiliate. You know what? I'm done with this podcast. I'm at. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, now that
I
Alan's
was going
gone,
on
we can
about
get down to
Joy.
business.
What's up?
Joy, don't blow vape smoke in the Series X.
That was another thing.
Why does that need to be said?
So,
Yes.
people
Because
were
when you put your ping pong ball on top and it's floating and you blow the smoke into it, it looks really cool.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, run for a little bit and it'll smoke on its own. You're fine.
people were just trying to make this like fake like problem thing for the Xbox, but several people were saying that they were smoking just blowing vape underneath. It's kind of funny how the Xbox Twitter handle had to state it, like, do not blow vapor into your Xbox. I mean, technically speaking, and I will not fix your computer, sound logic. But
Yeah, but I could say that I heard a lot more reports about the PS5 having hardware and software issues than I heard about the Xbox having them.
okay, let me get to that. So the Xbox has been having issues here and there with loading times, downloading games, and at some point there was a Xbox Live hiccup, but it wasn't as nearly big of a hiccup as the PlayStation Network going down again. It went down for 2 hours during like specific days, like total, from the launch to like 2 days later. People were unable to register their PlayStation 5s to download games at all because the PlayStation 5 needs an active internet connection in order to register and create your account. You can't just play it like it is. Other people have been reporting that the minute that you load the Spider-Man Miles Morales game, I almost said that wrong. An hour into playing, your PlayStation 5 will die or brick. The other problem that both consoles are having is that their CD drives are dying completely. So it has not been pretty for either of
So
them.
I don't understand that aspect, right? So
Mhm.
all the rest of it is supposed to be latest and greatest in new technology. But CD drives are like since PlayStation
Yeah.
1, okay?
Yes.
There's
Mhm.
no excuse for
Yes.
that.
I totally agree with that.
Like, I have a Blu-ray drive in my desk that I was about to pull out, but it's underneath a whole bunch of shit that still works, and I barely plug it in. How the fuck is a brand new system just gonna have Blu-ray drive issues?
But even on top of everything, so neither of them give me a reason to go buy one. Like
Mhm.
my Xbox One X does everything I could do on any of those right now.
Mm-hmm.
So why do I need to go buy one just yet?
Yeah. And another thing that people are talking about that it's coming out of nowhere is people are worried that the that the Nintendo Switch will outsell both those consoles this winter.
Hell yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. I mean, Norma needs her own
Everybody
now.
in chat, if you don't have a Switch, buy somebody a Switch. We all do have gaming PCs.
Yeah.
But
Scary
this is
Scary
a
says
console topic.
true gamers wait to buy a console, and I
You're
think Peach would agree there.
You
And
hear that PC Master Race just popping up out of nowhere?
like, what? What are you saying about the PC? What?
What? Our hardware works on any system we plug it into? You don't say.
If I need to upgrade a part, I could just spend a minimal money instead of buying a whole new console. What?
What?
I spent a lot more on my PlayStation than I have all my Xboxes combined. So I mean, my PC as I did all my Xboxes combined. So
Hey, but that PC is gonna be good for the next 3 years.
I think the only reason, like, I don't have any of those consoles. The only console I personally own is my Nintendo 64. But I
Love
would
it.
want the PS5 just because
Don't
it
forget
came
your
with the exclusive Spider-Man game. What?
Oh no, your Game Boy Advanced.
Oh, my Game Boy Advance. You're right.
What about Ethan's PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox, Nintendo Switch?
You just said it. It's Ethan's.
Those are Ethan.
Those don't belong to both of you?
No, and like
I'm
legit,
kidding. I'm
that's
kidding.
leading my decision in either PlayStation or Xbox is Game Pass right now. The fact that I can play a game
Yep.
on my PC or my console just makes the world of difference to me.
Honestly, that's the only subscription that I feel is worth the money. I mean, I'm playing No Man's Sky with you as it is. I'm playing Sea of Thieves as it is. They have all of EA's what's it called? Their subscription service on top of that. Like, that just makes it worth it. You can play all these games for like nominal, what, 15, $20? The first month is $1.
Mhm.
Like, that's the best subscription I've ever signed up for. I'm
Yeah,
playing
that's 'cause-
AAA games right now.
Yeah, I converted mine to the Game Pass Ultimate,
Mm-hmm.
and there's no reason to go spend $70 on a game.
There really
It's like
isn't.
they're pretty much having anything I want to play, because Call of Duty died off to me like 3 or 4 games ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It was a freebie for me, but I don't know when I'm gonna load it up, because part of Assassin's Creed to me was the authenticity of the gameplay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you went back into medieval times, everything in the game was medieval times. You're not riding a giant wolf while you have your pet cat, you know?
Like,
We only do that in D&D.
or even just comparing Game Pass Ultimate to Nintendo Switch's online ecosystem. Game Pass Ultimate blows that out of the water. All the games on Nintendo Switch Online are emulations. They're not even rebuilds or remastered versions of those games. They're just emulations that they got, fixed up a little bit, and released.
Well, so that's the rumor that I've never seen anything come out of, was that they said that last year Nintendo and Xbox were working together to bring Xbox Game Pass to the Nintendo Switch also.
I don't remember hearing that, but
Yeah,
if
so
it's
it would be another game store on Nintendo Switch.
That would be a really smart move for Nintendo.
it would be. I mean, they've already sold God knows how many millions of consoles. It just makes sense.
Scary. Would you die and go to heaven, or would you not be about it? Because if they did a reboot of Ocarina of Time and didn't change anything except the graphics, I'll fuck with it.
Same.
So like I was talking to Devil's Play a little bit earlier, and I was just telling him I found, like, Alan, I finally got all the inverters and converters I need to hook my N64 up to my gaming PC. And if I do that,
Yes.
we can do some old school Mario Party or Mario Kart, but I can also do a walkthrough of Zelda,
Hell
Legend of Zelda,
yeah.
Ocarina of Time.
Has to be the gold
Question.
cartridge.
Yes.
It's
What
expensive.
What do you feel is the difference between playing on the console itself or finding an emulator?
Emulators will always have problems. Sometimes they're just poor programming to try to make the game work, but it's not on the ROM itself, the read-only memory adaptation of the game that they downloaded. It's the emulator that you're using. Plus, you want to be able to use original controllers. Some original controllers don't work. Like for the GameCube, there is a USB to GameCube plug-in, so you can play using the original GameCube controllers. But for the N64, you don't have that. You have to go and buy a USB N64 controller, and that's completely different than the original Nintendo 64 controllers. Plus, if you're trying to do a speed run of a game, you are not allowed to use emulations. You have to use OG hardware.
Ethan.
Personally, I'm a purist when it
Mhm.
comes to like Zelda 2. So, I don't think I would want to do an emulator. And it's only because I played Zelda since literally infancy.
Mhm.
Like my
Same.
from my whole family basically plays Legend of Zelda. Which is why I'm super excited for Age of Calamity this upcoming Friday. It's already pre-ordered. I'm excited to stream it. I'm excited to die a bunch because we played the demo and it's a
amazing.
it's amazing, but there's a lot going on compared to the first one.
Mhm.
But yeah, I would prefer console, Kielyn.
I get that. I don't know. I think I'd be happy playing on an emulator just because I'd be happy playing the game, if that makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even care. I can do it.
Yeah.
You just want to play.
Oh,
I
and
just want to play.
yeah.
And especially scary
I want it
about-
exactly the same way.
Speaking to Scary about Ocarina of Time, I've had the game since I can remember, and I just made it past the water temple.
Hey,
Jump.
that's the hardest one.
So I have
Um,
Majora's Mask sitting there waiting for her. And it's like, as soon as she finishes this one, she can play Majora's Mask. But yeah,
You know
it's
what?
only been 20 years.
Mhm.
20 years.
Only 20 years.
Keelan, I will tell you. I tell you this every time we talk about this, but it's so important. Okay? In Majora's Mask, do not go back into time without depositing your fucking rupees.
In the bank.
In the
Do
bank.
not go back into time without depositing your rupees
Like writing this down.
because you will fuck yourself.
Don't even
I
restock
think
on
I have
shit.
the player's guide for it. So hopefully she likes to play with player's guides.
Mm-mm.
So I have to dig through one of my boxes and see if I have it.
Y'all want to see my original player's guide?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes,
No,
yes, yes.
it don't move it. It might fall apart.
Oh
It's
no.
already falling apart.
Oh god. Oh god. Oh, that fell apart.
No, no, no,
Something
no.
fell apart.
We just lost Kielyn, everybody. So thank you for coming to the show. We'll take you to the hospital now.
I was gonna say something earlier, but the only recreation of Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask that I will play beginning to end is the 3DS versions. Those they
Mhm.
only updated graphics. They updated the mappings of the keys, the buttons, and that's it. And it's perfect. Like, even though it's smaller, I can at least take it with me everywhere. Like, I love that game. Like, that's how much I love the game and how much I love to play it. Is I own both those copies, and Norma's playing through them.
Yeah, I would have to say 3D. Oh,
I
Scary,
do
yeah, that was sick for
too.
you.
I do too. Look at these big hands.
You cramps up.
You know,
I
they say
enjoyed it.
about
I'm
bags,
playing.
man with big hands.
I'm playing the
Indeed.
I'm playing the Luigi's Mansion, the first one on the 3DS right now, and actually I'm enjoying it a lot. So I am stuck on a boss fight right now, which kind of sucks ass. So I haven't played it in a couple months because I got that mad.
I'm sorry. I got that for you for your birthday, right? Or was it for Christmas? Yeah, it was birthday.
Mhm.
What are you getting her for Christmas this year?
The next Luigi's Mansion game. Number 2.
Original?
Ooh.
Oh, look at this. Ooh.
It is completely, that's supposed to be the binding side.
You know
tore
what?
apart the binding.
That is a game guide well loved and well
Mhm.
used.
So one of my biggest memories with this game guide is my parents used to play it.
Aw.
And so my dad would play and my mom would tell him like where to go, what to do, and she'd check everything off for him. And it's just like, I don't know. My earliest memories. There's a reason I still have it.
Oh my gosh. Was that from your mom?
Yeah.
The
'cause
highlights?
Kielyn still hasn't beat the game.
Well, Kielyn, I see where you get like your studious habits from. Your mom.
Nerd.
Aww.
Aw.
That's so great.
So, what was your Scarecrow song?
Was it A? B?
It couldn't all be the same.
Yeah, it could.
left
Oh no, you're
No
right.
kidding.
left up down, A up.
Now
My
everybody
fa-
knows.
Oh my
Keelan's
gosh, the
Scarecrow
Song of Storms.
I love that too. My
Oh.
favorite though was the Bolero of Fire. The doo 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 doo. I
Yeah.
love that one. I
I
can sit here and talk all night about Zelda, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Right.
But
Oh, I didn't make a topic thing for this, but I'm gonna do this and I'll create one right now.
no, it's okay. I think it's actually we've gone through all of our topics, guys. So what else is there?
Zelda. Age
I don't know, we
Calamity.
could
just talk No, so you wanted to let everybody know what's going on this week and next week with all
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
You're right.
So I'll let Keelan kick off with what's happening on Thursday.
So Thursday we're super excited because we will be hosting our first watch party. We'll
Woo!
be starting off with a favorite of an 80s cult classic, Labyrinth, with David Bowie and Jennifer Connelly.
Never seen it. Sorry, everyone.
just so everybody knows, if there's a movie you can name, Alan has not seen it.
He's from a border town, okay? Leave him alone.
Yeah, man, I'm Hispanic. No chingas.
They had VHS. Don't lie.
Wait, what am I?
You're Hispanic too, but you've seen these movies. You're not from a border
You're from the
town too.
city, okay, so you're not the same.
I've seen Treasure Planet. I've seen Treasure Planet.
Oh,
I've seen Treasure
Wait,
Planet.
which Treasure Planet? The animated one or the black and white movie? Because I've seen both of those.
The animated one.
animated one.
As far as the Bowie Bulge goes, if you're in our Discord, check out our watch party. At the top, there is a drinking game, and it is mostly about the Bulge.
Hashtag Peach loves the bulge.
Hey, I didn't create that hashtag. What are you talking about?
Hashtag it's really Ethan that loves the bulge.
Yeah.
Like, oh my
You
god,
really
we're
hope-
going to the bulge. Mm.
Thoughts of the Border Men know the movie.
We really hope everybody comes out and hangs out with us.
Mhm.
We will be watching it in the voice channel watch party, but then we will be chatting in the text channel that matches the same name, watch party as well. So bring your popcorn and a snuggie.
Question:
Ooh.
Is the movie safe?
What about a
for-
tuggy?
Question: Is the movie safe for kids?
I think it is rated PG. There's nothing too terrible except for the bulge.
The
Yeah.
bulge.
It's really
When
noticed
the
that.
bulge comes on, you'll need your
Oh.
tuggy, so don't stress.
Before we move on,
Yeah, you.
I do have to tell you guys about what happened this weekend. So
Oh,
Peach and we have a 7-year-old, and Peach has read him the Lord of the Rings series, more specifically the Hobbit series, but hasn't finished it yet. So we watched the third Hobbit movie,
Battle of the Five
Battle
Armies.
of 5 Armies, and our 7-year-old was completely so upset at the end of that movie when Thorin Oakenshield dies, but he was more upset when Philly died. And dude, it was his Mufasa. Like, he was so upset. Like, he's gonna remember that for the rest of his life, and I feel
Mhm.
so bad. But kind of low key, it's kind of like it's a rite of passage.
Mhm.
That's gonna be a great first date story for him. Like, that's what he needs to tell his
Remember
date.
one time my parents made me
Yeah.
made me watch this movie, and I cried for 3 days.
You want to go to Lord of the Rings world? It's the hottest new place. No, I don't have anything to do with Lord of the Rings because of my parents.
Philly died.
My dad made me watch Battle of Five Armies and Philly died. Then Kielyn died. Then Thorn died. He cried at each one of those deaths. I felt so bad for him.
He
We're
was
gonna
like,
take him outside to shoot some guns.
yeah, I think honestly that's what he needs.
Let's go to the range. Let's show him how to load a couple of bullets in a magazine. It'll work out.
What?
We're gonna
So
be
you
going
load
up a lot more
bullets
this
into
next year.
cartridges, cartridges go into magazines, magazines go into guns.
You know what I meant.
All right, moving on.
Oh.
We Circle Jerks, don't forget, will be this Wednesday.
Mhm.
And on December 4th, which is a Friday, we have a community game night. So, official millennials, if you have not joined our game nights, you are missing out, man. Go to our community game night channel in our Discord. You'll not be disappointed for details. And we'll see you there. We'll be playing Among Us. We'll be playing some Jackbox and maybe a Cards Against Humanity type of clone. We don't know. The night will take us wherever we see fit.
Just
There's
remember,
that
Peach is
Snickerbass
sus.
guy that's stalking us.
Yeah, what's up, Snickerbass? Thanks for that follow. And remember, Peach is sus.
Thank you, Snickerbass.
And then check us out the Friday after that, December 11th, for the Herd's third. Oh my God, it's our third book club meeting.
Ooh.
Right now we are reading A Simple Favor by Darcy Bell.
I'm
Hate
gonna
the
watch the
character.
movie.
Some of y'all may recognize that title. It is a movie on Hulu. So if you're not a big reader, check out the movie because we'll also be talking about comparisons between the book and movie.
Dope.
Super stoked.
Started
Yeah,
reading it
so-
last night.
I'll tell
She
you
started
about the
texting
movie.
me.
They'll-
She got mad.
Wait, what?
The main character is not likable. Like, she's one of those, my kids only get 10 minutes of screen time and only eat organic. Moms. Not that I'm mom shaming. Actually, I am. Let your kids be kids.
I rolled my eyes in annoyance. Sorry. I still need to finish the Nightbird. I'm so behind. I can't keep up. Sorry.
Just watch the movie. It'll be okay.
Okay. I'll watch the
There's
movie.
a movie of the Nightbird.
Oh, there's a movie?
No.
Yeah, we're gonna write a script and we're gonna direct a little movie.
I call Frost.
Damn it. I call Shaq.
Can I carry Alan around in a carrier the entire movie?
Hey, Frost, look at that bitch. She's
Why
it.
wouldn't
Let
you
him out.
be? Why wouldn't you
All
be
right, Jack, go
Dwayne,
explore.
his brother, who's a chef?
Because I want to be Shaq. I want to be cool.
Can I be Herb?
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate each and every one of you that's in chat and participating. Please join our Discord. We look forward to seeing you guys next Monday. Next Monday.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. Next Monday.
Day, Thursday, the next Monday.
Mhm.
Eventually. You'll see us
Eventually.
Eventually.
Most likely. Are we gonna raid anybody? Do we have any suggestions?
Yeah. Who do you guys want to raid? Wait a minute. Isn't extreme? I was gonna
Yeah,
say
you got-
extreme.
Devils 7 Play 1, Extreme, and I've got JW as well.
Let me see who I have.
Hmm.
Chat, do you guys have any suggestions on who to raid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Us up.
So yeah, Extreme, Devils, Quick Say by the Bell, or Jay.
I kind of want to do Devil because we did approach him for Circle of Jerks, and I think that'd be a good like transition.
You made me laugh at earlier, Alan.
What?
Your approach was a little unorthodox. So it was funny. You're like just chatting it with him, and then all of a sudden, hey, do you want to be on a podcast?
Hey, I asked, hey, you know what the Circle of Jerks is, right? And he said, yeah, I know. You guys put that together. you want to be on it this week? And he
Do you want to
like,
be my friend?
he stops and he's like, I'm gonna have to talk to you about that later.
Way to put him on the spot. Or let's go put him on the spot again. Let's read him.
Gary Nafta, I just want to say that your help is appreciated, bro. Thank you.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Scary.
Kielyn.
Actually, let's shout out Scary because if you haven't checked out his streams, he's really hilarious, engages with his chat, and we really appreciate you being part of the official millennial community. Thank you so much.
That guy's a great night streamer. Like, the guy's hilarious. And see, you know that I'm right when my camera begins to fuzz out and pops right back into focus.
It censors him.
Yeah, it censors me.
Damn you, Jeff Bezos.
All right, let me get ready to raid Devil.
Choo choo.
It's rude.
Choo choo, motherfucker. All right.
Who's ready to run a train on Devil's Stream? Woo.
Again, guys, thank you for coming out to the stream. Make sure to check out all of our other podcasts. And if you're watching this on YouTube, thank you for being here. We appreciate that. Make sure to subscribe, like, do whatever you want. I will be back
If you're
tomorrow
watching
to
this on
stream.
YouTube, we're live on Twitch Mondays.
Yes, we're live on Twitch Mondays, and I'll be streaming tomorrow with some Master Mode Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace.
This is an official Millennials production.